Welcome back, everybody. Welcome if you are new. Today we're in the 305 sprint cars here at USA. Ran a decent time in practice. I might have been able to get his time, but my last two laps I was like right on somebody, so it slowed me down. Yes, sir. But we're gonna get into qualifying here. Hopefully we can keep up with our time. Track is pretty cleaned off to start with, so running the bottom is not going to be a problem at all. Want to get your left front as close as you can to that inside grass, and 3 and 4 into the inside wall without hitting the wall, or getting your back tire in the grass into 1 and 2, because that will really mess you up. Try to get a low entrance, try to keep the car turned enough, left tire in there, kind of messed up and slid up. Hopefully the second lap will be better on that. Because I did mess that up a little bit. Just try to be smooth with it. I'm not low enough to the wall that I wanted to be. This will at least give us a base lap. That turn 1 was a little better, in my opinion. So far we've got the pole somehow. I thought we would be like 3rd, 4th at that point with that lap, and I hit the wall, so that sucks. You don't want to hit the wall during qualifying. Your lap will not count, so that's unfortunate. We're gonna stick with that 190. Hopefully we can hold on to the pole with the 190, which I don't know if we will, because the second lap definitely was going to be a little faster, but I messed up and smacked the wall. So got a couple people left to qualify. I think the 8 car is not here, so we just have the 5 car left currently, unless some other people have a second lap to do. So I'll pick it up and we're getting ready to go green. Hopefully we can hold on to the pole. Alright, somehow we held on to the pole. We were like a 10th off of the time we ran in practice, and a couple guys ran in the 1, so I'm kind of shocked that we kept the pole, but I'll take it. Being on pole is going to really help us out here, because it is kind of tough to pass, especially when the track is cleaner like this. You're going to have to get to, like, to the outside of somebody later on when you get a run or something. It's going to be hard to pass, so I'm happy we're on the pole. But if you guys enjoy this kind of racing, hit that like and subscribe if you want to see some more. I do a good amount of dirt racing. I do some oval racing here and there. I'm going to probably get more into the oval racing back when NASCAR comes back around. But hopefully we could win this race. I really hope so. It's been a minute since I've won a race. I feel like I've been like struggling lately. The last couple weeks. I don't think during week 13 I had a win. And then last week I struggled a lot. So hopefully we can do pretty well. But if you guys that have watched me for a while, you guys know I love this track. It's one of my favorite tracks for sure on the iRacing dirt side. I don't know what it is, just the oval and dirt oval of this track I've always really liked. So usually gives me good success here. And I don't know if it's because like you can get so low on the dirt side and get your tires down to like the grass but not get your back tires in the grass. It's like a fine line of don't mess up. And then the 3 and 4 you're like right on the inside wall, which I really like to do as well. And when this track gets really worn out, it makes them for some good racing as well, because you'll have some multiple lines running. You can run the top, you can have like a cut down line through the corners, like start up high, end out low, coming off straight. This track always makes for some good racing. But if you guys have ran this race this week, let me know how it's gone for you. And happy holidays to everybody. Like, this is on Thursday, so it's day before Christmas Eve. And Christmas is on Saturday, so hopefully you guys have a good holiday. Have a fun time with your family and everything. Relax, hopefully you can get some racing in. Hopefully you guys get some wins.
On the lug nuts. Nice smooth on the racetrack and the pit calls. Earl, you do a good job up there, and I think we're all in store for a fantastic day.
Spotter going off today. Saying a lot. Alright, we need to get a good jump here. 3rd place is kind of hanging back a little bit. Alright, he's catching up. I like to jump the restart real early, like as soon as the pace truck twitches to go into the pits, because at that point you're fine to pass the pace truck. To lay off a little bit from the pace truck, and as soon as it twitches, like right there, you see him start making a left a little bit to go to the pits. Now, all we gotta do is try not to mess up, because they're a little bit side by side. Second place is singled out. Looks like third is as well. All we gotta do is not screw up, I feel like, and see if we can pull away from these guys. Just have a smoother line than them. And we'll see how worn out this track gets. If I can keep that line coming off of turn 2, I feel like it'll be helpful. But some people are going to want to slide up off of turn 2. And if you can keep the very bottom in 3 and 4 without getting sideways, that would be helpful. Because I already made a good gap there in that one lap. So I was able to do both those things. That time I slid up off of 2 a little too hard. I tried to keep my right rear just out of that slick. I started going a little too high, so I let off to get low. Kind of messed up my angle of the car, but it worked out a little bit. No cautions in this race since it's a C class. I about hit that inside wall. Slid way up off the corner. Okay, I need to redo my 1 and 2 because that's starting to mess up now. 3 and 4, I can keep that angle and it's fine. I'm gonna try to go like high and then cut low. Come off turn 2 right now. See if that works. Still sliding off with the slickness there. So maybe I can keep my same entrance and then kind of slide up off of turn 2. Try to miss the slick as much as I can. So get in low on this and then try to get outside right there. It wasn't too bad. Didn't really slide off too hard. I try to keep the car as straight as I can. 3 and 4 is definitely starting to get a little tricky. But I feel like I'm making up time in 3 and 4 a little bit. Let's go low, try to come off a little higher, catch the grip there. But there's like a like the middle of the corner, it like gets real skinny where the slick is. I messed up that 3 and 4 a lot. I had to like just slide up. So you can kind of like go in low and slide up high. Ooh, second place about smacked the wall doing that. He was sliding up real hard. Have to let off a little bit to try to keep that low lane. Which I don't know if that's faster or not than running the outside right there, because the outside's not too much higher up, to be fair. You're not running too much higher right here at the moment. It's a little slick in the middle, but you can kind of manage that. It's not too bad right now. Yeah, he definitely caught me there running the low side, so need to keep that. I feel like that line is kind of working for me because you're keeping your momentum in the car pretty well. But these races at this track are all about like adjusting to it. Like you just gotta adjust to the track. Because the bottom gets so worn out here. I wonder if it'd be worth it doing the cut down in 1 and 2. Because it gets so worn out at this point. Went too hard into that, had to slide up. Wasn't able to keep the bottom. Kind of like the slide off of turn 2 right now though. Because it's trying to keep my momentum as best as I can. I'm making like a 10th up here and there in turn 1. If I can keep the bottom like that, that definitely helps as well. I think second place messed up a little bit too. I made a 10th in that corner. But we seem to be doing well. Second place is keeping up with us. We're pulling away from 3rd and 4th a little bit, but they are kind of battling. They're pretty close to each other. Get a better 3 and 4 there. I had to get better exit, it seems like. With these long straightaways, you really don't want to bog your car down at all. In the, coming off these corners. You want to try to keep as much speed as you can. But that doesn't mean like run super wide because it's a flat track for the most part and you'll lose a lot of time in the corner. Like you'll have a lot of speed down the straightaway at that point, but you're not going to make up what you lost in the corner. Right now at least. Because you'd be losing too much in the running the top. That's kind of why like the cut down lane works so well here too. It's a flat track. You'll have all that speed, and you won't lose as much time through the corners. Okay, he's starting to make up a little bit in turn 1. Running that higher line, it seems like. I'm definitely a little bit better at 3 and 4 than he is. I'll try to go high and try to keep the car straight right here and catch the grip coming off. That may be the key for the rest of this race in turn 1 and 2. Because these corners definitely run way different than each other. Okay, I'm going to try to keep doing that though. Because you have like a good line coming up, and if you can catch it right there, get your left front in the grass, keep the car straight enough to where you're not sliding still coming off the corner. And I'm definitely pulling away on him there. Way too sideways in 3 and 4. Rear ends were just way in the slick. That was a bad corner.
2 more.
Only 2 more laps. What? When did that happen? So we have an opposite lane there in 1 and 2. He got real close, but I pulled way off from running the fast lane coming off the corner. He's 8/10 back, shouldn't have a problem here. These races go by so quick though. It was only a 20 lap race, that's why. I was not paying attention to the laps at all. But second place stayed with me, kept me honest the whole time at least. That was fun though. Second place stayed right with me the whole time, for the most part. Like, he was between like half a second and 0.8 back the entire race for the most part. So he kept me on my toes the whole time, trying to find a faster line. Luckily, I was able to find that line there in 1 and 2. So that was nice. I don't think you can really do a burnout in these, because they don't have much horsepower. Oh, I'm gonna hit the wall. Don't flip it. Hit the wall. Oh well. I like to drive backwards though. On a track when I win. I like to do like the, what is it called? Fuck. I can't think of the word right now. The first guy that did it in NASCAR. But I like to drive the, like, as fast as you can backwards on a dirt track just to see how they handle. It's very interesting at some tracks. Some tracks it actually works pretty well. Like, this track's not that bad. It didn't really turn going into the corner, but once you get the car angled, it's not bad. Like, I wish that you could do a race and just, like, reverse the track into setups. Like, just have, like, a reverse of the setup as well. Well, actually, that wouldn't really work on a sprint car and stuff because they have a bigger right rear tire. So never mind. You'd have to make a whole new setup. But honestly, this isn't the worst thing. Flip the thing. Dang it, I was trying to flip it. That was fun, though. That was a lot of fun. But those last couple laps, I started running that high line on 1 and 2. It seemed like the work. Because I went out, got the grip, and tried to get down while I was thin and get the car straightened for the exit. So that seemed to work pretty well. But let's go back to the beginning, see any incidents that happened through this race. There'll probably be a few for sure. Because this track's like a wider Williams Grove. Okay, 7 cars is like, I'm done with this. I'm out. He just yeeted it into the inside wall. 11 car scrapes the wall. What lap is this? 17. Oh, wow. It took to lap 17 pretty much to get a guy in the wall. 11 car trying to slide the 5. Doesn't get clear. Wrecks the 5. That was not a good slider at all. That was a terrible slider, actually. Oh, and who was that? The 10 car. Wrong place, wrong time. That's unfortunate. Just running his line. Couldn't get out of the way enough. And then there's me being an idiot. So, not many incidents, really, through the race. There was a few guys that got 2X. I ended up with a 2X. I don't think that'll count at the end, because I did that right there at the end after the race, I believe. So, I don't think it'll count for my safety rating. If so, I don't really care. I have like almost 499 safety, so it's not that big of a deal. But not too many incidents through the race. There's probably a couple guys getting in the wall, or maybe each other, because I know the, what was it, was it the 11 that did the slider there? I don't even remember at this point. I think it was the 11 slid the 5, didn't do it correctly, and 10 car, wrong place, wrong time, ran into him. So that's unfortunate. But started first, finished first. The 2 car was very fast as well. He was on my tail. Who had a faster lap between us? I had a 1:35 on lap 2, and he had a 3 flat, I think, on lap 5 that is. So I actually had a faster lap. I was very quick in the beginning, apparently. Had a couple in the ones, low ones, and then stayed consistent with the threes for a while, and then the fours, and kind of didn't go. My lowest lap was my last lap of the race. That's kind of disappointing. I think I was just being more safe on the last lap than anything also. So stayed pretty consistent through the race, won the race. Let's go see what we end up getting out of the results. Should gain a little bit of iRate at least, because we're car number 1 and won the race. All right, results in strength of field was a little bit under 1900, not a very high strength of field, but there was 2 different splits. This was like a 10 o'clock race on a Thursday morning, so, but I figured a lot of people had off. Might have been a good amount of people racing. We did end up getting that 2x, which is unfortunate, but oh well. Got a little bit less safety, but that's fine. I have plenty to spare. I'm not worried about that. I'm a pretty safe driver overall, so I usually have close to 499. Gained 35 iRating though, so I'm happy about that. Getting back up into the 4200s. I think my max I've been at is like the 43, 4400s maybe. I don't think I've ever gotten the 45. So trying to work our way back up from there, because I do one bad race and I lose like 100 or so, and it's a struggle to get back, because even if I win a race, because I'm usually a higher car number, it's a struggle to get back iRating. But overall, pretty clean race. It seemed like through the whole thing, because there wasn't many incidents. I'm surprised it didn't show more with how many incidents there was in the race, because actually the back half didn't have any incidents. It was mainly the guys up front. Actually, these are club roast points. I'm stupid. Only second and third didn't have any incidents, and then everybody else had like 2 to 4 to 6, which actually showed. I don't think it showed this 11 having 6, did it? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't remember. But that was a fun race overall. Hopefully we can continue this momentum on some more races and try to get some more wins, try to gain some more iRating through the holiday weekend and then going into the new year. Because last season I had a pretty decent end of the year, and then the beginning of the year was absolutely terrible with like lap cars wrecking me and stuff. So we'll see how it goes going into the new year. Hopefully it's a little bit better this time. But appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the race. Like I said earlier, when the race was about to start, if you raced this today, let me know how your race has gone, or if you raced it this week, I should say. Let me know how it's gone, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.